Hello you lovely people, welcome back to my channel, and for your viewing pleasure today I have got some vintage plug and plays. I call them vintage anyway, because yeah, they're getting on a bit, shall we say. But yeah, plug and plays guys, there is so many of them. Even to this day they're still produced, people still buy them. They're a nice little thing to plug into your TV and have some games at the ready, usually by top developers, top companies, you know, like Namco, Atari, and on and on and on guys, lots and lots of them, Data East and all that guys. Then of course you have your home computer ones like the C64 sticks and what have you. But the ones we're going to be looking at today guys are two fully boxed vintage Jakks specific ones. Now one I've featured already on my channel. I even did the unboxing and all that, and plugged it into the TV and played it. But we're going to take another look at that one. Now, that is this one. Ta-da! Yep, what a fantastic looking thing this is. And do you know, this is 21 years old, guys. 21 years old. That's incredible, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, I have actually unboxed this, played on it and everything. So you can check that video out if you go to my library. But yeah, Jakks Pacific, they are one hell of a company. They made a lot of these kind of things, tons and tons of them. They also made Disney ones and all sorts of things, and there is their brand there, Jakks Pacific. They started off as a toy company and then they went into bits and bobs like this as well. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And look at the icons on this thing. They are just fantastic. And as you can see on this one, there is only 5 games, but they're pretty damn cool ones. Obviously you got Pac-Man, because that's the main theme of this thing, is Pac-Man of course, as you can see there. And there we go, there's a stick with its metal. Wonderful, wonderful controller there. Wonderful stick, yeah, with the metal bit there. And of course you've got all these images, like I said, of Pac-Man. And there you got plug directly into your TV. No game console required. 5 arcade classics. And there we have the Ghosts, and these are the games that are on there. Now I always say this name wrong. That is Bossaconian. I believe it's Bossaconian, something like that. Yeah, and then you have Galaxian. You have Pac-Man, obviously. And you have Rally X. And you have Dig Dug. So only the 5 games on this machine, but hey, they are wonderful. Now I'm not taking it out of the box again, because as you can probably see, the box is, yeah, at its day really. I mean, it's still good to have the box, but it is getting old. But don't worry guys, I'm going to have some game footage for you shortly, taken from other videos. And yeah, you can see it's a bit tutty there. But yeah, what a wonderful stick. I mean, you can see that even through the window there, just how wonderful this thing is. There we go with the bottom. And the other side, as you can see, all the Pac-Man imagery there. And then we've got Galaxian, of course, there. And on the back, this is what you get here. Let's start at the top with the 5 classics. There we are. And you can see a picture of the unit itself and a little bit about all of the games, telling you a bit more about them. And there we are. There's a family having a good old time. And here you go guys, look, here are some more of these plug and plays. I was going to say controller then, but plug and plays. I'm not too sure what that one is without taking the sticker off. Obviously that one there is an Atari one, and that one is a SpongeBob, because yes, they even did things like SpongeBob and what have you. Yeah, very, very cool, and they're so cool to collect. And like I said, guys, vintage in my opinion, because like I said, guys, this one is getting on a bit in age, 21 years old, and I will show you when I can find the bloody date. He says it's here somewhere. I know it's here somewhere, guys. Well, it's there somewhere, but yeah, I can assure you it is 21 years old. Now, do you remember owning this at the time? Did you get this instead of what you really wanted? I mean, you know, grandparents tend to do that, don't they? You say you want a Game Boy Advance or whatever, and you end up with one of these instead. That happens quite a lot, especially with grandparents, because they're just plain cheaper, aren't they? And they don't want to spend an absolute fortune on a proper console. But, you know, some plug and plays are absolutely garbage. I still collect them because I love them. But ones made by Jakks Specific are usually very nice quality, and like I said, you know, brilliant to have that metal on the actual arcade stick. Again, it's only the white and yellow points there, but they do the job well enough if you you know, can be bothered to set it up. It's not as easy as just plugging in a SCART cable or something like that, but you can attach that to a SCART plug, of course, and that makes it a bit easier, just one pop instead of two. Yeah, what a wonderful thing. And as I say, at that age, wow, it's incredible to find one in the box complete like that. It might be a tatty box, but at least it is boxed. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. But guys, for the next one, I'm going to be taking you back even further, but before we do that, I think it's time to have a look at the games that are included on this unit. So right, let's do that first, shall we? Well, there you go. They're the games that are included on here, taken from other videos, like I said. But they are still fantastic games to this day. If you're an old fart like me, anyway, and I love that period in time of those arcade machines. I mean, you can still, if you're lucky, find them kicking around, can't you? But wow, what, only 5 games, but wow, they're fantastic ones. So that plug and play is beautiful, and it is, of course, like I said, Pac-Man themed, and it's a Namco one. 21 years old, eh? Well, I'm about to take you to 23 years ago now with another Jakks Pacific one. And this one, guys, is an Atari 2600 one, as you can see. So yeah, on this one, guys, you got 10 games, so that's amazing, isn't it? Only 5 on the more, on the younger version, shall we say. But 10 on this one, but of course, they're 2600 games, not, quite the advancedness, if you want to call it that, of the 5 on the Namco one. Yeah, they're a little bit more beefy, aren't they? But you can get 10 of the Atari games on here quite happily. But again, just look at it, how fantastic. And I love the way they've done this with the box, guys, with the TV there. And the 2 plugs again, just the yellow and white. Same story as with the other one. You might want to get yourself a SCART plug to plug them into. And yeah, it is exactly like a Atari 2600 control pad. Oh, I should say stick. There weren't control pads then, there were sticks. And you can see on the front there, guys, the buttons and the big red button on top there. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Again, some of the games on here, guys, I mean, you've got their Missile Command. You have got, what else? Oh, up there, Centipede. You got Pong, you got Asteroids, you have Adventure, Yar's Revenge, Real Sports Volleyball, which is actually pretty damn cool. For a volleyball game, it's pretty damn cool. And there's more, of course, because, like I said, there's 10 games. There's Breakout on here, and what have you. So yeah, again, that same type of symbol there with the TV game system with Atari underneath. And yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic looking. And when you look at it from this angle, guys, and you see how lovely that looks there. And again, plug it in and play. This is all you need. No game console required. So even in the couple of years in between the release of the 2, they still kept the boxes pretty much the same, didn't they? Same type of thing. Now this one, even though it's an earlier one, it has got a hang tag on it, which the Namco one doesn't. Now, it's pretty beaten up. Like I said, the boxes in general are beaten up. But yeah, I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. Again, it's fully boxed, and that is so rare, because I've actually got another one of these. It's not the same one, but I've got another one, and that is unboxed. So yeah, that just shows you. And then here you go, with some bits of imagery there. That is very retro themed. There we go. Excellent, absolutely blinding. The bottom again, same old thing, but it gives you the dates and what have you. Maybe the date on this one's easier to find, who knows. There we go, 2002. Wicked. So yeah, and then the back, guys. This is funny. Look how amazed he is to be playing 10 Atari 2600 games. I mean, you'd think he was playing something very, very different, wouldn't you? I mean, that expression would say, I just walked in and saw my girlfriend doing very rude things, kind of expression, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. And of the period, isn't it? This kind of box, guys. It's almost 80s, isn't it, in a way? But yeah, very early 2000s as well, of course. There, up there again, guys, is that the same family? It could well be. It could be the same family, all enjoying the a blast from mum and dad's past. Fun for all ages, 10 games. A great value. Super portable. Play anywhere. Well, as long as you've got a TV, eh? And master the classics. Right, oh well, there you go then, a blast from the past, that's for sure. I mean, for an old fogey like me who remembers, you know, the Atari 2600 coming out and having one back in the day, it is pretty terrific. Now this one requires 4 AA batteries. I didn't actually check that on the other one, but yeah, 4 AA's. But look at that image, guys, that is so funny. But yeah, again, how rare to find one of these fully boxed like this. And it came from a charity shop, guys, for a £5. It literally came from a charity shop, and for a £5. Wow, you just can't go wrong, can you? I mean, something that's 23 years old, fully boxed. Yeah, the box is on the tatty side, maybe not quite as tatty as the Namco one, but still a bit tatty. But how fantastic is it to get a hold of it in the box like that? Very, very rare indeed to be able to pick one up like that. The only thing that's missing is the games that would have been on the piece of cardboard there. You can see the window, but obviously the card may have slipped down because I haven't opened it, obviously, because I want to keep it nice. So once again, guys, that brings me nicely onto the fact that I have got all 10 games, a little bit of each one, in a separate little video that I'm going to put in now. Again, taken from older videos, and you can see these games actually running. So yeah, fantastic. But yeah, just take that in again, guys, how beautiful that is. Yeah, it's beautiful if you love the Atari 2600 as much as I do. I mean, I collect heavily for the Atari 2600. It holds a very dear place in my heart. And yeah, and I will carry on collecting it as long as there's things still that I haven't got. And yeah, and I'm so glad to add this to my Atari 2600 collection. So yeah, I suppose it is time then to look at these 10 games, isn't it? Right, shall we do that right now?
My head in my hands, listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, self-love that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. Self-love that's on you. I'll be on a flight soon to the end. I sing you. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? Better that I learn my own medicine for you. Never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose, don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose, don't mind if I do. Free as the wind and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on a flight soon to the end. I'm singing. Ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose, don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know
Well, there you go, guys. If you love the Atari 2600, you will appreciate all 10 of those games because they're all absolute classics on the system. Now, they're very, very dated by today's standards, and it really does take somebody like myself of my age, I think, to really appreciate them. They're not everybody's cup of tea, and the younger generation are a little bit lost on it. And I've noticed they find it quite hard to play them. When you think of all the intense shit that's around these days, and they're struggling with Atari 2600 games, and it's because of their basic but hardness, isn't it? That's what it's all about, and they're just not used to that anymore. A lot of things are done for you these days in video games, aren't they? It's kind of like watching a movie, really, rather than playing a game, and a lot of times, you know. Couldn't fit them both in nicely here, because they're quite big boxes, aren't they? But aren't they both beautiful? And with that little bit of, 2 years difference between them, wow, it's quite impressive that that's got 10 on it and that's only got 5. That's a bit weird, isn't it? And there it says 80s, of course, and then the Atari 2600 was late 70s, very early 80s as well. But of course, this was an arcade, get it right, arcade, and this was, of course, a home system, and a very, very early one indeed. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Jakks Pacific at their best again. What a company, like I said. They make a lot of these, and they're all really good quality, even the Disney ones. They're like, I've got a Disney Princess one. That is absolutely brilliant. You get little extra cartridges to put extra games on it and things like that. Just wonderful, wonderful plug and plays from back in the day. Now, like I said, you can still get them these days, but they don't seem to be the quality that these are now. Were then, I should say, that were then. And the ones now are usually flimsier plastic. Cables aren't as nice and sturdy. So yeah, it's a shame. But well, if you can pick these up, guys, and for cheap, grab them. They are fantastic, even if you just want to display them in your collection. But what do you think of this pair of Jakks Pacific plug and plays? One that is 21 years old and one that is 23 years old. What do you think about me having them in the box like this? It's a rare thing, that's for sure, and I'm over the moon that I've got them in my collection. But it's over to you guys in the comments. You know I love to read your comments. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up, and I'm going to say the usuals. If you're not subbed already, please drop me a sub. Give me a thumbs up if you feel that way inclined, and of course tap the bell icon and the all icon to get any future notifications whatsoever. And again, guys, if you just love retro emulation and retro systems, then I've got a fantastic group here on Facebook. It is the Retro Emulation and Consoles fan group, and we have over 5,000 members, guys. Got plenty of people to banter with, tons of content from system unboxing, system reviews, emulation performance, tech help videos, and a whole lot more. So if you just love all that, it is linked below. Bye bye.